Yo, what's going on YouTube? This your boy Kamen Zero Spike back again once again. And today we're here for OHSAMA Sentai King-Ohger episode 49. And this episode really did feel like Avengers Endgame. Like it really did. Like all I heard was freaking Falcon going on your left. Cause it was cool though. Like I was genuinely, and I don't care what nobody says, I was genuinely tearing up in this episode because it was like the people coming together, the speeches, like the faces people was making, the fights, the random characters coming out of nowhere, like just a lot of moments in this episode had me emotional. They really did. I'm turning into Keza Henshin. But yeah, like it was dope. This episode was awesome. I mean, it was wacky though. Like there was just so many things happening all at once. Like we had characters coming back. Like, okay, we'll get into it. But in this episode, we see that Gita is the last one standing after freaking Duck Dad's freaking AOE move where he just has his freaking meteor shower. We see that he's the last one standing, and we see he holds his sword up to Duck Dad, and we see that the ship is starting to take off. It's starting to take off and leave the planet. He sees this, and then Duck Dad's like, hey, Kamen got his own plans. And we see that the ship actually crashes. Gira thinks everyone's dead, but turns out everybody ain't dead. It was all a freaking ploy. And we see all of the citizens and everybody starting, like all the retainers from the different kingdoms. We see Raculus pops up, like everybody's here, like all these people, all these citizens. This is the most I've seen of, like, this is the most we've seen of like a bunch of people from like all the other kingdoms. Like they were out here and they all just decided that, hey, we're here to defend you guys rest up a little bit, patch them up a little bit, and we're gonna go off and start fighting Duck Dad. Duck Dad has like a huge army of just Bugnarok. Like he even brings the rest of the galactic insects that were killed earlier. He brings them back to life, and it's like he brings them back, but I think it's just their bodies because they don't speak. Like they don't speak like at all. You bring all of them back and they don't even speak. So I'm thinking, these guys are just zombies, I guess. But he has a huge army of Bugnarok, a huge army of like shoe gods of different kinds, by the way. Like it's not just a bunch of freaking cicadas this time. It's cicadas, it's the beetles, it's dragonflies, it's every like shoe god is out here. I'm like, good God, like there are this many shoe gods on this planet. Like they're like, it's really a lot of bugs. Like, I mean, yeah, I get the cicadas. It's a crap ton of those, and cicadas are a creature that mate. It's like you got 5 in one room, and then in an hour you got like 10 billion of them. But so it's like. But it's like, I mean, I get it. They're bugs. Bugs reproduce rapidly. But at the same time, good God, they filled up the sky. I mean, yeah, the Fury of the Gods did that. But, man, there was a lot of freaking bugs. But, yeah, so they charged in, start fighting all these freaking, like, regular people. Like, they doing everything to fight off these freaking Bugnarok, man. I'm just like, hey, man. These are regular people. Somebody gonna die. Like y'all ran in. Like some people up here running in with freaking gardening tools. Some people running in here with like just a block of wood. Just like, hey, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna give somebody some blunt force trauma. I got this. And yeah, we got like limited warriors. Like you got the soldiers from Shogunam. You got those guys. But then you got like other people, everybody else from the other kingdoms. I mean, even with the people from Tofu, like. They're all like martial artists and things like that. People in Shogunam just look like regular people, farmers, stuff like that. Most of the people at Ishibana is just like doctors, doctors and people who dress really nice. And then you got everybody from Inka Sopa. Inka Sopa is just like, hey, we got like their phones are shooting black. Their phones are like shooting lasers out of them, like. And then you got the regular Bugnarok. Jeremy's Bugnarok. They're like their axe things, axe or spear things, flip over and turn into rifles. So it's like, I bet they're doing their best out here. Everybody teaming up. It looked dope. Like, it was this one guy, and it had this one dude from Inkasopa and one of the Bugnarok, and they back to back, like rotating in a circle, shooting. Like, it was cool. Like, I know I'm going off every detail right now, but I'm just trying to, like, if you've seen the episode, you saw how, like, everybody was really teaming up. Even Duga later on in the episode said, like, hey, we're being pushed back. Like, we lack experienced fighters. Like, all like, he's like, yeah, we gotta do it. There's one guy over here people with brooms. Like, hey, we, like, I'm just saying. So we also we see that the door is like open, like the door to like death, like the door to like the underworld is opening up, and we see that Doug Dad was like pissed off at Kamen, but Kamen's over there getting his butt kicked by Death Nadak. He's over here getting whooped by Death Nadak. He's getting thrown around like a freaking ragdoll. And even when Death Nadak comes back and he sees Get Out, he's like, man, get up. He's like, you show me your pride as a king. And he's like, all right, cool. And then we get the whole Tyrant King thing back again. All the retainers are like talking with the king and telling him to rest up and stuff. We see Jeremy's mom. She comes back and it's like she's hugging him, but his face is like in her boobs, and it's kind of weird, but it's like I think it's just kind of like fan servicey, I guess. I mean, I don't see how that's fan service, but it's like it just throwing the idea out there that Jeremy's mom is hot, which is true. It's like for like a humanoid bug woman, but like, yeah, she out here. She effortlessly beats the ever living crap out of Gordy. Like, I guess zombie Gordy. I guess, like, he doesn't say anything. Like, she kicks this dude to all hell. Like, even when Jeremy was like, I want to show off in front of my mom, and she's like, all right, and then she just speed blitzes Gordy. Like, it was freaking awesome, dude. And then we got to see Karas and Karas, who's the other, like the ancestor technically of Gokhan, and the other woman who was like the ancestor who was the previous queen of Tofu. And they got a nice interaction. And they tell Daboski and Rita to chill out real quick. They take their swords and then they take their Calibers and then they transform into the Ranger forms, which I was a little bit surprised by, but I also wasn't surprised by. Kinda, but they transformed, they fighted it and stuff like that. It was dope. I like that interaction, and we get to the point where like Doug Dad is just pissed off. He's pissed. They're like, how the freak is this happening? Where are y'all coming from? And what was funny was he just says, screw it. It just starts throwing AoEs again everywhere, right? Just starts throwing AoEs again. And then after that, the door to death opens again. And the first king of Shogadam, Rainior Hasti, comes up and starts fighting Doug Dad, right? He does his own AoE move. He does his own freaking AoE, and when he does it, he knocks a lot of people out. Everybody, he's like freaking Raculus tells everybody, hey man, everybody get down. Like, he's about to hit everybody. It was cool. And he starts fighting Duck Dad. Even we got to see Bushamir. Bushamir came back and it was dope. It was like he got to be with Raculus and Duga again. They do their speech thing. Everybody gets the old second wind. Like, it was a lot of great moments in this episode. And it was a lot. It really was. And then the goddess of I think the gatekeeper or the guide to the underworld, her name is Devonica. And Devonica and Rainior, they were movie characters. Because I had to look up to see who Devonica was, and Devonica was actually in the movie. So yeah, And also Rainier was also in the movie. So yeah, these like they're proving that the movie's canon. Yeah, they come up there, and then she's basically like the reason why they can all come back like that. So once everything's said and done, their army is basically kind of defeated. Well, like the Bug and Rock army is kind of defeated, and everybody else is kind of tired. So everybody's basically rested up. We saw that Suzume kind of cooked food for all the kings. They ate up and everything. So they all got patched up that quickly, and they all got ready to get up, and everybody, they transform into their forms, and they get ready to fight Doug Dad, again, since they technically defeated the army. But episode basically ends up right there with the kings getting ready to fight Doug Dad for the final time. And the next episode seems like it's gonna be the last episode. But man, this episode was really cool. The only like nitpicks I kind of had was that we saw Raculus Henshin, but he was transformed. But then when Rainier came, Raculus flip-flopped from being in his suit to out of his suit, and it was kind of jarring to me. The green screen stuff the green screen effect kind of was messing up when you had like a lot of people laying down on the floor, and you could see like the line or whatever. But it was fine. It was fine. But this episode was dope. This episode, I loved it. It made me so emotional. And it was cool seeing all these characters again. We see that everybody who died, like all the previous like characters who came back to help them who were dead, they faded away. They faded away after everything was kind of said and done, after they helped them get through what they needed to get through. And now everybody who's alive excuse me, now that everybody who's alive can now like really go in now. And the next episode seems like it's gonna be freaking epic, because we about to fight Doug Dad, and we about to fight Kamen too, because it seems like Deathlock and Raculus are gonna team up on Kamen. So I'm ready to see that. I'm ready to see that conversation and how they defeat him, because I'm sick of Kamen. He need to get up out of here. But other than that, man, you guys let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think of this episode of OHSAMA Sentai King-Ohger. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section below. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. As I always say, stay henshin.